Step into my office. Happy Father's Day. We have had so many requests for one, a Father's Day bundle. Number two, a bundle of all of our stuff. We get that question all the time. It's one of the most frequently asked questions that we get, and we always wanted to do it, but this is the first time in an entire year that we've had everything in stock. That's the great news. Bad news is we only have a couple hundred of each of these things, so these will go fast. Carol, if you can come over, I'm gonna start over here on my right, your left, and go all the way to the end. You're gonna get all this stuff, and 50% off is the deal. So for insiders only, 50% off. Clearly, you know, you're an insider and you might be a dad yourself. You would need to pass this on to your wife, kids, whoever it might be, if you obviously want to get this amazing deal, and they would just log in as you and use your discount. So we're gonna start over here with the Unsinkable hat. This was one of our very first salt strong products that we manufactured ourselves. This is our top selling hat by far. It is literally unsinkable. A lot of you know, a lot of you have basically tried it out, if you will, in terms of having it fly off your head, maybe by accident, and this thing keeps rising to the top. It's one of the lightest, most breathable, most amazing looking hats that I ever have put on my noggin. Then we're gonna go into the flags. This is kind of the next thing, so I'm going once again from order of when we really created these. Both the 18 by 12 inch Salt Strong flag, perfect for kayaks in the back of your boat. And then the big one, I'm not gonna take this out because it's gonna take up the entire table, but this is the 3 by 5, and I'm talking 3 feet by 5 feet. I believe this is $30 for this flag, and this is 15. So all this stuff, once again, 50% off. Care if you come over here, and we'll start up at the top. The very first Slam Shady. This is where it all started with Z-Man. They're the first ones to take our proprietary Slam Shady color and put it in a paddle tail. So we finally have, once again, all these in stock, and you will get the Z-Man Slam Shady pack. Then the 2.0, which is, you guys who've been around for a while, remember the 2.0 was next. It's 2-in-1. It's obviously the second rendition as well. These all come scented, all the rest of the baits I'm gonna show you, and these are all our proprietary lures. So we got the 2.0 Slam Shady, and then the Alabama Leprechaun. Show me the gold. This is our absolute favorite jerk shad. Each of these, by the way, have 7 lures in each pack, and we are gonna give you a free pack of the really popular Alabama Leprechaun jerk shad. And then we move over here to the Bama. The Bama, I absolutely love this paddle tail, especially in the spring and fall, but even right now, skipping this thing under docks and even through some pretty thick brush with an under twist lock hook, this thing has been amazing for the big fish. So we got a bomber in here, and then not just one, but both of the power prawns, the Brazilian shrimp. These things sell like crazy. We're very, very fortunate. This is the one thing kind of holding back this whole bundle here that we're doing here today. And this is not gonna last very long. And of course, you don't have too much time to act to make sure that your father or yourself gets this for Father's Day. But we got the smaller, the junior, and the senior. This is the 4.5 inch, the big boy that we're catching the big fish on. So both of the power prawns. And then of course, the little accessory for the power prawns. We have 10 battle rattles, and Luke did that video where you can actually put these rattles in any of these soft plastics, especially like the bomber and some of these bigger ones, but these are perfect and actually have a cavity built in all of these power prawns. So we'll give you 10 of these battle rattles, and then we'll move up to the big old fat thing of chum. This is the Black Out Chum. This is a perfect time of year to use the chum. Now, I know not everyone's into fishing for live bait. Not everyone likes throwing a cast net, including yours truly. I have found that even throwing some of this out in trout spots, especially if you're on really the cusp or the ledge of where a flat meets a channel, throw some of this out, even don't even think about catching bait, just to bring more bait up to your boat, which brings more trout, Spanish mackerel, and even some mangrove snapper. This is what I've been doing with my daughter Shauna when we go out, is throwing some of this out and not even worrying about throwing a cast net, and it has increased the amount of fish we are catching because it's calling them in. I mean, this stuff is incredibly potent and really amazing for bringing the fish. And this is 3 pounds, chum and done. And of course, on the back, we have the instructions. It's pretty simple. You put it into a little 5-gallon bucket. It's got a scoop inside. Fill it up with the right amount of water, mix it up, and then throw them in. This thing is awesome, and it'll last you a pretty long time as well. And then finally, the juice is loose. You haven't seen some of the most recent videos yet. We've got some crazy footage of Luke and myself and a couple of the fishing coaches using this scent. And Luke in particular is doing one. He was actually cane poling at a dock, trying to cane pole, using the power prawn without the Dr. Juice, and the fish were coming up there, nosing it, and then moving away. And he sprayed a couple, and this is all on video, by the way. We're about to publish it in just a little bit. He sprayed a couple of drops on the same prawn. This is all within 5 minutes, all on video. Tosses it in, and boom, a snook comes up and hits it. It happened 3 times, all because of this juice. This stuff is incredibly powerful. And as far as we can tell in our testing, this versus ProCure and the other stuff, this is beating it every single time. So you're gonna get a free bottle of the Dr. Juice's Loose Saltwater Slam. So that is it, guys. I believe, Carol, this is $120-ish, $120 of retail if you just went to fishstrong.com and bought them all individually. This is really the first time we've ever done it. As an insider member, you know you get 20% off everything in our store. We're gonna go 50 on all of this. So this is pretty bold, pretty crazy. I know it will go fast. So 1, this is first come, first serve. If we run out, it's done. Number 2, if it does go a little bit longer, what do we got? What's the absolute last day, Carol, to make sure? Wednesday?
Yep, Wednesday.
So we're gonna say Wednesday, next Wednesday would be the absolute, and that's really like before noon, that would be the absolute last time to place your order to make sure we can get it out first class and have it there on or before Father's Day to make sure you can have just, talk about a monster smile you're gonna put on your dad's face. And of course, if you are a dad and you want this, you can buy it for yourself, take all the credit, and or give your kids the link and or spouse the username and password. We have no problem with that. We want to hook you guys up. You've been incredibly amazing to us and just very understanding during these wild times. I'm so sick and tired of blaming the lack of tackle on COVID, but it's not going away. If any of you guys are trying to do any kind of building or anything in construction or even redoing anything in your house, it's the same thing. Trying to get cars, trying to get rental cars, everything seems to be slowed down from the supply chain issue. The good news, it's getting better. Clearly, we have all of our stuff in stock right now, but I do know this will go fast. So take action now. Click the link down below. It'll take you over to the Fish Strong page. Make sure you are logged in. You have to be logged in to see the 50% off. Otherwise, it'll probably just be the normal 20 as an insider. So you have to be logged in as an insider. If you give this to your spouse or your kids, please, 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 they have to be logged in. We can't go back and give refunds. So I want to make that very clear. They have to be logged in, and you will see the 50% off, and there'll still be a small little shipping. This is, I mean, heck, this thing alone costs, I think, $12 to ship for most places in just the Southeast. So you will see a little shipping charge. None of that. 50% off. You'll never see this deal again. Happy Father's Day to all of you dads and granddads out there. We appreciate you big time. And if we can help you in any way or better serve you, let us know. We are here to help. We appreciate you. Click down below now. Get the ultimate Father's Day bundle. I'm going to get one myself. See you guys.